Welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 80, everyone. We are still amongst the Ultra Member submissions, so let's keep moving forward. In fact, let's take a quick look at how many we have left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more videos. So yeah, we've got to keep this moving. Here we go. Tales of Grace's F Remastered announcement trailer. Okay. I've never played a Tales of Grace's game, so I don't know anything about the franchise.
I wouldn't abandon you, no matter what.
From now on, no matter what happens,
the three of us will always be friends.
we will always be friends.
You said that really creepy.
The faster we finish this war, the sooner peace will be restored to our land. I'll do whatever I can to make that happen.
Remastered.
When I left
audience.
home, I swore to become strong.
Look, now we're anime instead of 3D graphics.
Protect someone.
But now, I want to protect your home. She's the reason
exactly
I got to see you all again.
Oh, is that her?
The next time I visit Land, I'll come as family.
I wish I had magical powers.
I don't want you to face that same regret.
What is this art style exactly? Because a lot of games have this art style. I would argue, like Tales of Vesperia. I guess it's the Tales of art style, where it's this like, it looks like anime, but it's kind of like not washed out, like soft. Like everything is a soft color, right? It's like a neon soft color. Nothing's too dark or harsh. Everything's round. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what you would call it, but it definitely is, it has an art. It's a style of its own that you see in many games, right? Mission encounters off. Skip the whole game. Who gives a shit?
This is why I plan to have the traitors executed.
Richard, why are you doing this?
Would you defy your own king?
Wait a minute. The name of the villain is Richard? Dickers? Is that you, Dickers?
What you're doing is wrong.
Shut up! I've come too far to let you stand in my way!
He fucked him up.
Remember the pact of friendship we made together? Well then, we'll just make another pact once Richard is back to normal.
I'm really glad that both of you guys were here. A friend helps you out when you're in trouble. You laugh together when you're happy.
So if we join forces and work together, we can accomplish anything.
Like,
all right.
It's definitely the Tales of series. It reminds me of the combat of Tales of Vesperia that I played ages ago, and like Tales of Exilia. It has a lot of similarity. So is this a much earlier game, perhaps? I'm not sure.
Guys, let's go home. Time for us to go.
Tales of Grace's F Remastered comes out next year. Oh, for those who like the original, I'm sure you're going to love it. By the way, I received a $10 tip. Thank you so much. This is from an anonymous tipper who says, only 130 likes on today's stream. Get those likes up. We're actually at 141. So we're almost to 150, which would be really nice to hit on today's stream. So thank you so much for that tip. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting my React content. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. Onward. Bandai Namco.
I was only 9 years old. I loved
Shrek is love, Shrek is life. The original video. Oh God, what is this? Hold on, I want to pay attention to it. Okay.
Shrek so much. I had all the merchandise and movies. I prayed to Shrek every night before bed.
I prayed to Shrek every night.
I've been given. Shrek is love, I say. Shrek is life.
Is this the meme where the meme came from? Because I've heard the meme Shrek is love, Shrek is life, but I have no idea where it ever came from. Is this the original video?
My dad hears me and calls me a faggot.
Oh,
he was just jealous
come on.
of my devotion to Shrek.
Come on, no.
I called him a cunt. He slaps me and sends me to go to sleep.
Wow.
I'm crying now.
Why does the son look older than the father? The son looks older than the father.
I lay in bed and it's really cold. Warm.
Where did he get posters bigger than his body? The posters on his wall are literally larger than the guy's body. I've never seen posters that big in my life. Maybe at a movie theater. That's about it.
It moving towards me. I feel something touch me.
What? Oh,
It's
no!
Shrek. I'm so happy.
Oh, no!
He whispers in my ear,
Oh!
"This is my swamp." He grabs me with
Alright, I think I've seen enough. Yo, I've definitely seen enough. I can't go any further. No, I can't go any further. That's it. That's the limit. Yo, come on. Come on. What? How old is this video? It's only 5 years old? What type of fucked humor did you have to remake this, to make this before 2020? The video that took my innocence as a teenager. Dude, I can't watch this guy getting molested by SHREK on YouTube. I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't know how this video is there. It literally is about, look, he's about to touch his junk. This is a molestation video. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I can't. If I click play, I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't. I have to skip ahead. Oh, no, 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 no. That's it. Next video. We're going to the next video. I can't watch any more of that. No way. All right, what the hell is this? A user's got... Wait a minute. Let me make sure this is correct and it didn't just screw the playlist up. No, it's in the playlist. Okay. I can't watch any more of that video, dude. I just can't do it. That's awful. Okay. Andotrope Gens Imager. So this is the device that was used in Riven. This is the Riven Imager device, and they're showing that it's real. Yeah, look.
Great Scott, it works. Hi, I'm Mike Ando, and this is my Andotrope. An Andotrope is kind of like a zoetrope, except instead of using a large number of static images spinning slowly, we use a small number of video screens spinning quickly. The end result is a full-color 360-degree omnidirectional holographic display. As you can see.
So you can move around this, and you see the same image no matter what direction you're looking at it? Wow, that's wild. How does that even work? How does it work that you could see it from any direction? That's scientifically interesting. Huh.
I built this one into a replica of the Gens Imager from the new game. And there's 5 switches on the base, so they're all three-way switches.
Wonder.
The first one is power.
I can't hear what he's saying. Can we? There's probably no subtitles on this. No, see? I can't understand what he's saying. The noise of the device is louder than his voice, so I can't understand a word he's saying.
Using the device, so that way it's going to move up. The second switch is speed, with down being slow and up being fast. Slower is quiet and less wear on components, but the middle switch is specifically designed to look really good synchronized components. Third, fourth, and fifth switches are video selection, and you can manually select further videos.
If SHREK walks into the room, we have to skip the video too, just for the record. If SHREK walks in, I'm out of here. In fact, that video might have actually ruined SHREK for me for the rest of my life. I might actually never want to ever have anything to do with anything SHREK related ever again now that I've seen that video. I couldn't even finish it. I think I may be traumatized.
The third switch is also the volume with going from mute, low, or high volume, and you can change the volume after you've selected your video and start the video.
Okay, I like it, but I can't understand a word he's saying, so we might as well just go to the next video. He's just like, what? It's too bad it's so noisy, right? It's neat, though. I definitely like the idea of a device from a video game being turned into something real. That's cool. Okay.
It's interesting when I come home from work.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's this? This sounds familiar. Hold on. Holy shit, it really is him. What? Vlog? How to survive YouTube. A 13-year-old forgotten vlog from Review Tech USA. Seriously? It's a 13-year-old. It's only 2,100 views. YouTube is a great place to share interests and to further yourself professionally. You can also deal with a lot of negativity. If you're not ready for that, becoming a producer on YouTube may not be the right thing for you. Vote for Sexy Coco on Machinima. What? Vote for Sexy Coco on Machinima? What the fuck? Watch exclusive content on Blistered Thumbs. Blistered Thumbs? Wasn't that the game division of the Nostalgia Critic? That doesn't exist anymore. Check my other exclusives at Got Game. Whoa, no. Tell me that didn't just happen. No. Tell me I didn't. It doesn't say, check out my other exclusives at Got Game. I clicked and it immediately went to photos of kids that were in bathing suits wet. Tell me that did not just happen live on my stream. No, that was a fever dream. There's no fucking way that just happened live. If the guys at Kino Casino were watching this right now, they would be losing their shit. Do you understand? Did you see what just happened? Oh my God. Yo, I can't believe that just happened. A review tech video from 13 years ago. I click it and that's what it leads to. Well, this is his website. This is it right here. Got Game. See? Now, obviously what happened is this doesn't exist anymore and they bought it and it redirects to their site. But holy shit. No! 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 Oh no. Poor Dickers. I swear to God, this was not pre-planned. I had no clue. I was just curious. Look at this. What? They know who I am talking about and don't like me speaking about it. I showed respect and kept him anonymous and used him as an example as to why you can't take comments and video responses too seriously. ZI8 does not let me see myself while filming. Huh? It's fascinating going back this far to see how someone behaves and stuff. All right, so this is an old school May 27, 2011 video from ReviewTech. Only 2,100 views. Talking about how to survive on YouTube. Let's see if old time Rich listens to his own advice in the modern day.
And I check videos and I look at topics, and there's a lot of drama that goes on YouTube. This is a very, very part-time job for me, and it's a form of entertainment. I don't watch television, so I'll come home and see, all my subscriptions, see the videos they put up. And today, someone who shall remain nameless left again. And I'm not making this video to call him out. That's why I'm not mentioning his name. But he is a healthy example for anyone who is looking to get into doing YouTube videos. He is a prime example of what you have to be ready for when you start up a channel and come onto this site. What you have to realize is, yes, you're sitting behind your comfortable...
This was long before he ever talked about me. This is before we even knew of my existence, I'm assuming. If this is 2011, he's making a video that only has 2,000 views. At this point, I was at the height of my popularity, so my videos were getting 10, 20, 30, 40,000 views each gameplay piece. I was unboxing games for 50,000 views. I was doing food reviews that were getting like tons of views. So we weren't even on the same plane of existence at this point.
Computer in the comfort of your home, and you're anonymous, but you're putting yourself out there for the general public. It's if you wanted to do same thing as if you wanted to do theater. If you wanted to be a musician and do live shows. Yeah, okay, you're not in the flesh in front of people, but it's actually worse because you're going to deal with more BS because the people are totally anonymous behind their computers. So when you put up a video, especially if you have a very strong opinion like this gentleman did, you're going to deal with the heavy, people are going to bite back.
I wonder who specifically he's addressing, because obviously no one's going to figure that out now, 13 years later, but I wonder what situation he was really addressing here.
If you bite, people are going to bite back. I've been on YouTube for a while, and I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I think the biggest thing that makes people break down and shut down their channels and crumble and go away is the fact that they aren't ready to deal with the amount of venom that the YouTube community is capable of spitting out. Now, for the people who are watching this video who...
Now, he's definitely not talking about me because I've been the subject of this for over 10 years and I ain't going nowhere. right? So I wonder who it is who quit that he's referencing.
Know who I'm referring to. I don't think you were in the wrong either. If this guy, like I said before, he dished it, he had to take it. And he wasn't ready to take it. I think also, too, another thing is that people come on here and they're looking to make their opinions Bible. And when they get adversity or friction from people because people don't agree, because that's how the world works, they feel threatened. They get insecure.
I have no trucks, so I must sneed. Says you have to play Dickers at 2 times speed for it to be at a normal human pace. Try 1.5.
And it goes down into personal insults because they feel like they're being attacked personally, because you're putting yourself out there, and when people call you a dumb idiot because they don't agree with your opinion.
Whoa, he was gonna say something with the F, and then he says idiot. He just didn't say it. He held back. He bit his tongue.
Tell you to go, jump off a bridge because they don't agree with anything you're saying. You feel like you want to bite back, and what your channel will become is not what you wanted it to be. You'll constantly be fighting with people and defending yourself, and you'll totally miss the mark of what you wanted, and then you'll lose sight of what you were here for, and it'll stop being fun. Have people piss me off before? Yes. I just put up a video a few days ago about a guy because I knew what he was trying to do, so I called him out before he got any further. I've made maybe in the past 2.5 years of me doing this 6 or 7 videos, and I put the video up temporarily. I think I only left like 1 or 2 up on the Verdict channel. I make them make their point, and then I take them down. I mean, have people pissed me off on here like I just said before? Yeah, I think I said it before. Especially having a smartphone, too. I'll be out at work or wherever, and my phone will vibrate. I'll look down, I'll have an email, and someone will tell me to go kill myself. And that's actually lighthearted, too. People could be horrible on here, and that's the point, man. People ask me, like, things about what they should do to start up a channel and what is the best advice I can give them. I get, like, PMs about that almost every day. And here is the one key thing of advice I could give you. This is the best thing I could give you. If you don't think you could handle the worst insults you ever heard in your life, probably on a daily basis, and you don't think you can take it, don't join YouTube. Because I can promise you now, people can be horrible on here, and you're going to deal with more in the E-world than you're probably going to deal in the real world. Because
now here's the funny part about what he's saying. Everything he's saying is correct. He's actually right. When you're going to be a YouTuber, you got to be ready for the criticism to be thrown at you, and then eventually for the hate and the crazy people. But the funny part is, he makes this video in 2011. Then he goes on to realize that the only content of his that's getting traction is like drama content. So he becomes a drama YouTuber who literally becomes the person who throws the insults at everyone. So he's warning you in 2011, be careful, because the dark side of YouTube is that people will be so mean to you and attack you and be unfair and do this stuff. It's crazy because look, I'm getting it now. He got that treatment that he decided, oh, that's okay to do that to others as long as there's personal profit involved, right? And then he went on to bully me and others for years and 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 years, right? Years and years and years and years, profiting off of it. And then he didn't learn his lesson, and now the camera has turned to him as being the one who was the awful person that he's describing in this video. It came full circle. He was the one who no one likes anymore because he was the one who was being so bad, right? So it's just funny how life works, right? It really is. It's funny how life works, that sometimes your younger self could actually be smart and prophetic compared to who you become. Because I'll be honest, I don't think that Rich intended for that to be who he was going to be on the internet. He calls it news. It's not news what he does. It's gossip. It's drama. That's what got him his attention on YouTube to begin with, and how he maintained a career for the greater part of a decade. But now no one cares about his views on anything anymore. So, that's the end of it, is that you became what you hated. You became what you told everyone to be afraid of. And then no one cares about you anymore because you're irrelevant, right? Sad that happened to the guy, but if only he had listened to his own advice and a lot of the things he said, if you actually watch when we did the live react to Rich on this channel 2-3 weeks ago, some of the things he said early in his career, never engage with your trolls and shit like that. And he's completely disavowed his own advice and done these stupid things over and over the years, leading to him getting into more and more trouble. So There you go. He should have listened to his old self. All right. A couple shout outs to do here. I received a $1.30 tip. What would you do if Duty tried to threaten to fight you in real life? Nothing. I would laugh. Why? First of all, you have to understand something about all these people who do stuff online. They do it because it's online. They do it because they can literally do it from the comfort of their own home with absolutely no repercussions whatsoever, right? Very rarely do these people ever see repercussions for anything they do. In Duty's case, he got his channel demonetized for basically breaking YouTube partner terms of service, right? So that's on him. But the moment that some idiot would take it to the next level and be like, oh, I want to fight you in real life, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, right? No one is going to fight me in real life. It's, you know, if you come to my home, you will get arrested, right? I'm not going to confront anyone in real life in person. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous what you're saying, right? So, yeah, it's just really stupid to even say something like that, honestly. And Shiloh with an $8 super chat. Thank you, Shiloh, for the $8 contribution. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for supporting the DSPReacts channel. Okay, we only have a few videos left. Let's keep moving. Looks good.
Brother?
I have no idea. People in the chat are having my reaction too. They're like, what was that? I have absolutely no idea what we just watched. Was that real? Hostomania, web hosting powered by Hulk Hogan Wrecking Ball promo from 10 years ago. Do you think this exists? Nope. Hostomania.com is available on GoDaddy auctions, meaning the business failed and it's gone now. But we've got a 777,000 view video to remember it by, right? That's right. It's the Hulk Hogan no one wants to pull. Wow. He parodies the Miley Cyrus video Wrecking Ball. Wow. All the videos are from 10 years ago. Look. And most of them didn't get any views. There's only 3 videos. There's that one. There's Hostomania versus the other guys, Hulk Hogan web hosting. And Hostomania and Hulk Hogan at Affiliate Summit West 2014. And that's it. That's literally it. Well, that's pathetic. All right. Well, that was really pathetic and bad. I mean, basically what that looks like was some guy had a hosting business. He had absolutely no way to get any diversification from anyone else. So he paid Hulk Hogan a bunch of money to do some of the sponsorship for him. And that was it. And it failed and it went nowhere. And that was the end of it. So, wow. All right. Last video, the crazy engineering of Venice.
The year is 452. The Roman Empire is on the brink of collapse, and the Huns have just launched their attack on northern Italy. Several cities are completely destroyed, forcing the locals to go on the run. They head for a lagoon just off the coast and take refuge on several small islands, a decision that would no doubt save their lives. Against all odds, this small civilization eventually went on to build one of the most impressive feats of engineering the world has ever seen.
It's a floating city,
Venice.
But aren't they saying today that the whole thing is sinking in? like all of Venice is just sinking now, which is obviously horrible.
Despite having no roads, no land, and no fresh water, the Venetians managed to turn a muddy swamp into the most powerful and wealthiest city of its time. This unique layout of canals and bridges woven through hundreds of islands made Venice incredibly accessible, and it became the epicenter of all business. We modeled the entire thing to show you what's going on beneath the surface and how its clever design and medieval engineering allowed it to take over the world. When the first refugees arrived to start their new lives on the islands, they had the worst possible surface to build on. The small, marshy islands were made of an incredibly soft clay, which would barely hold the weight of a human, let alone an entire city.
They sucked
To
right
create
in.
stable foundations for buildings, the Venetians collected large timber piles from the forests of Croatia and started hammering them into the ground. They drove them about 5 meters deep until they reached a much harder layer of clay. Not only did this stabilize the piles, but by packing them really close together, it compressed the surrounding clay, pushing out the water and making it much stronger. Once the piles were firmly in the ground, the tops were cut off and wooden planks were laid on top to spread the load. Special blocks of Istrian stone were then placed to raise the foundations above the water. This design was a stroke of genius, as the wooden piles were sealed away from the air, making it impossible for them to rot. To this day, almost all of the original piles are in great condition and are still holding up the city. Once the foundation had been properly laid down, the buildings themselves were built. Venetians started off using wood for their houses, but after numerous fires, they switched to brick. To keep the buildings as lightweight as possible, they had to be no more than 3 stories high. Lime mortar had to be used instead of cement because it was flexible and would allow the entire building to flex as the ground beneath slowly moved.
Right.
The inner walls were built in a crisscross pattern that would also flex like a trellis. The facade walls, which had large windows and elegant stone designs, made them much heavier, and so in order to stop them from falling over, they were pinned into the floor using iron rods, keeping the entire building together. This method of building worked well for the Venetians, and soon several islands around the lagoon were established in this way. Instead of expanding outwards like most cities, these islands expanded into each other. At first, boats were the only way to cross between the islands, but eventually the islands grew closer together, and many could be crossed by simply wading through the shallow water on a horse. The next step in Venice's evolution would, of course, be connecting the islands. Surprisingly, there were no bridges for the first 500 years of Venice's existence.
They just all used boats to get around. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Let's see. Oh, by the way, the ad is coming up anyway. Oh, good. This is perfect. We skipped the whole ad. Water supply solution, waste management innovation. Let's go to water supply solution.
As business increased, so did the population, and the demand for fresh water was out of control. Despite being surrounded by water, Venice couldn't use any of it, since it was extremely salty and undrinkable. Without natural springs or rivers to collect fresh water, Venice relied upon boats to deliver water from the mainland.
Man.
But with 170,000 people, the demand became too much, and the Venetian engineers had to get creative.
Yes, how did
From
they do
the
it?
beginning,
Canals?
Venetian islands were built around squares, which were initially just empty fields for animals to graze upon. The idea was to use these squares to collect rainwater. They started by digging out large areas under the entire square and lining the walls with a thick layer of clay to make it waterproof. The space was then filled in with sand and stones, and the surface was redone with tiles that would lead the water towards each corner of the square. From here, rainwater would flow into the basin and gradually filter through the sand and stones until it reached the main well at the center of the square. To maximize the surface area for water collection, the roofs of the nearby buildings were fitted with gutters that would direct the water onto the square.
These people were so smart. Holy shit, this is like ingenious engineering. This isn't even like, you know, this is like crazy high-level shit that they came up for this city. I wonder if after they did Venice, if other cities kind of copied the idea, because this is like, this level of thinking and technology, I feel like is at waste if it only was for one city ever, right? This is just wild how crazy this is. Let's go to the end, because we do have to end, and we're actually going to go into the standard submissions next.
Waste out of the window, some of it landing in the canal. But for those who didn't live within throwing distance of a canal, urine, feces, and rotten food all ended up in the streets.
Ew.
And so, in the 16th century, the Venetians started building a network of underground tunnels that would collect the waste from every building and flush it into the canal. When the tide of the lagoon was down, solid waste would collect at the bottom, and the liquids would naturally flow into the canals. Then, when the tide rose, it would flood the tunnels and pull the solid waste into the canal. The motion of the tide coming in and out twice a day would exchange the dirty water for fresh water from the sea.
So this is why they say that in Venice the canals stink. This is why. Their entire system of getting rid of waste goes through the canals. Ugh. Don't fall in the canal then. Oh no. You ever seen the videos of someone trying to get into the gondola in Venice and they slip and they go in the canal? So they're bathing in all of this. Oh
Flushing
no.
Venice from all of its waste.
Yikes.
The extremely salty water worked as a strong disinfectant, and thanks to this system, the streets became clean. Amazingly, almost all of the incredible engineering that made Venice is still around today. The bridges, the canals, the buildings are all ancient relics.
Yo, seriously? Like, now that I know that, I would never want to go in a canal in Venice. Like, fuck that. I don't want to slip in there. Dude, you'll probably be sick as shit, right? You get something bad. You slip in the canal? Ugh. All right, guys. That's the end of the Ultra member submissions. We have over an hour left to go through the standard member submission, or excuse me, the submissions tier level videos for this week. So thank you so much to the Ultra members who support this channel. I really appreciate you. You are the reason why this channel has been, surviving for the year and a half that it's been. And now we move on to the randomized playlist and see what people have in store for us. So thank you for watching DSP versus the Internet. We'll be right back with the submissions tier videos.